So for a long period of time here, at least to my knowledge, Polaris has not offered a block heater or a coolant heater for any of their Ranger or Razor line that I'm aware of. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But so the last couple winters have been really cold, and on our Polaris Ranger 570 full sizes, I've went ahead and installed, this is a Cat's lower radiator hose heater. This is what the guy looks like here. I think it's an inch inlet and outlet. And on this model, which is a Ranger 900, I'm going to go ahead and install it right here in the jumper hose that goes up to the head. Not the upper radiator hose that's on the back side. You want the one that draws coolant in. It is on a slight incline, so the hot water will rise up into the head. You're going to want to use a couple of clamps on either side of where you're going to cut, and you're going to only want to cut out, you know, about an inch of hose. Possibly you won't even need to take any out. Just make a cut, splice this in with these in place. Make sure it's on a cooling system so you don't have pressure, but pinch these down, give yourself room, make a cut, and go ahead and get your clamps on, put this in, and go ahead and see if you know, get the fit the way you want so it's not rubbing on the dipstick or any other coolant hoses. You want it out of the way, and then go ahead, tighten your clamps, top off your cooling system, and test it to make sure the thermostat cycles correctly, because you will have introduced a little bit of air into that engine. It will help if you turn your heater on in your cab and run the engine a little while to circulate some coolant and air and try to get that bled out of there. But keep an eye on your temperature, keep an eye on your cooling system before you test out the heater to see if it works. So we've got the unit installed here. I went ahead and already took the clamps off. And I don't know if I mentioned before, but if you don't have these coolant hose clamps, you can use a vice grip, needle nose vice grip, to pinch off the line. Just be sure to be careful not to cut the line or pinch it too hard. But you're going to need one on both sides, and there's just enough room to get this unit in to that jumper hose between the water pump and the cylinder head there. So I've got the coolant. I've had the engine running. It's warmed up a little bit and cooled back down, so I'm going to go ahead and plug it in and watch and see what the temperatures are like on the engine itself and see how much it is warming the coolant up. I'll probably leave it plugged in for about an hour here. So all finished up here, got the install in, nothing's leaking, clamps are tight, routed the wire along here and up out of the way so it didn't get so muddy. I didn't have enough room to get over to the driver's side. That's where I would have liked to have put it, but this is going to have to do. Be careful for the exhaust. That's really hot, so keep that wire routed away from there. And also make sure that your bed is not going to interfere with your cord. You don't want that bed to rattle and then wear a hole in your new cord there. So, and as for the heater, you know, being too hot or something like that, they are thermostatically regulated, so when they get up to 170 degrees it'll automatically kick out, so it will not burn up this engine. It is a little bit too big, but it's the smallest heater I could even find, and I've been running these on our 570s for years with no problems, and they're an even smaller engine than this. I mean, they're half the size almost, so no issue there. Thermostatically controlled, so not a problem. Like I said, they're just 400 watts, so shouldn't even use a lot of juice. But if that interests you, that's a good way to get some good heating for the engine in these cold temperatures. These newer engines are a little cold, hard starting anyway with their lean fuel maps, so this will help you out in the dead of winter. So that's it. Thanks for watching.